influenced by foreigners. Now we're seeing that, and this is a story on page 2 of the Standard, that Tanzanian military forces have intensified their patrol along the Kenyan border in the light of the protests, meaning that, yes, it looks more and more that they're more concerned about Kenyans and Kenyans' perceived involvement in what happened in Tanzania. Do you think that it is a real threat, or are we simply being scapegoated here?
Thank you, Fred. Just like Honorable Mheshimiwa Gakuya has, I would also want to pay my condolence to the family of Betty and the industry of artists, and even those people who were her fans around the time she did what she did best. We pray with you, and we hope you will have courage to take it as it comes. Coming to your question, Fred, I think there are two faces of this thing, according to me. One, when the Gen Z uprising happened in Kenya, we must also accept that it influenced a lot of other young people across the world, not just in Tanzania. We've seen after that a lot of such kind happening in other parts of the world, including some part of Asia. And I think it is just normal for other governments around us to feel that heat, especially when it seems to be about to happen in their countries, and Tanzania happens to be in their election at that time. It is normal for Samia Suluhu to feel like whatever she saw happening in Kenya can easily happen in her country. And I think there was a clip, I don't know, on social media or somewhere, where there was one of the leaders from Tanzania trying to cross to Kenya, and there was some scuffle at the borders, and it looked like some young people from Kenya went and brought the leader to come through. And I think these are some of the things that scares the government of Samia Suluhu even more. And like we said here last time, Tanzania might be in our 90s, where the struggle was here and there, repealing Section 2A, democracy, this and that. We are far away from that. And so the way things happen in Kenya scares governments around us, including Uganda and the rest. But when it comes to issues of human rights, then that is where the line should be drawn. Whether you are scared of what happened in Kenya happening in your country, human rights are decisions that are made globally. We go to the UN General Assembly, we make these decisions, we pen down our signatures on behalf of our countries that we will look at all this. So there can be no excuse whether Kenyans are interfering or not. The issue of where the line is drawn are the human rights. When you're going against any human right, it is wrong whether there is for sure Kenyans who are interfering or not. The human rights remain untouchable. Then secondly, we have the East Africa community, and we are looking at political integration, we are looking at economic integration and other form of it. Without social integration, these other ones will never come to pass and will never happen. So Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and every country within the East Africa community needs to know that proper integration begins from social. When people of Tanzania can see people of Kenya as their brothers and sisters, when people of Kenya can see people from Uganda as their brothers and sisters, and they can, because that, when I see a Tanzanian and a Uganda as a brother or a sister and a friend, that's when we sit down and we come up with business ideas, and then the economic integration supports that, and then political integration seals it even further. So there is no need having members of parliament sitting talking about economic political integration when social integration is not happening at all, because nothing will support those other two. So I think the government of Tanzania might have their intelligence, because it is a government. They might have their intelligence, even the government of Uganda. There might be, I'm not saying with authenticity that there is, but there could be. We don't have the idea of what kind of evidence they have, but maybe they are sharing with our government. But if at all there is any evidence that there are Kenyans, group of activists trying to interfere with their politics and their governance, it would be good for them to communicate to the government of Kenya and handle that matter diplomatically than abusing the human rights just because you have some evidence of interference. That is what I would say. Coming to the country finally on that, I think people like Senator Cherargei needs to know that behind every privilege, there is responsibility. When you are privileged to be a senator in the Republic of Kenya, you are actually not the senator of Nandi. You are a senator in the Republic of Kenya representing the people of Nandi. The people of Nandi happens to be Kenyans. So in Tanzania, in Uganda, ama wherever, they know this is a senator in the Republic of Kenya. Your words are taken more seriously than the words of Meshack Odede or somebody else. So it is good to just know that the responsibility comes with the privileges that we get. So if you're elected in an office, it could be that tomorrow things have turned around, the man you are supporting is not in power, and you are one of the people who are having the activism in Kenya, and you travel to Uganda. Should you be seen, alafu pia wewe ufinywe urudishwe nyumbani? I don't think so.
Yes, indeed. But Wakili, we also cannot dismiss the fact that there could be some few elements that are prone to misbehaving, and they do that probably beyond our borders. They could be Kenyans, and they cross over and they misbehave. But there should be, and I think there's a